Hey everyone, before we start, I just want to talk about Irelia's items and runes, and the first item that I'd go for is Trinity Force. Triforce is really good on her because it provides her with all of the stats that she needs, such as HP, damage, attack speed, ability haste, as well as a Sheen passive, which she could easily proc. The second item that I'd go for is Death's Dance. This is another great item for Irelia because it provides her not only more durability, it also gives her damage, making her more effective in team fights. After this, you would usually go for the steel-plated stasis. You could go for the Mercury Trends if they have a lot of crowd control, but stasis is a must because Irelia is quite squishy, and if you don't go for this item, there's a high chance that you can get easily bursted down. After this, we go with the Blade of the Ruined King. You could actually go for this item second if you're snowballing the game, but if you want to play safe, you usually go for this as your third item. After this item is a flex, you could go for the Wit's End if they have a lot of AP in their team, or you could even go for the Guardian Angel if you want to be more durable when it comes to the team fights. I would usually go for the Wit's End, but either is a good option. An alternative item that you could get is Sterak's Gauge. If your Guardian Angel is on cooldown, this is another great item that you could get, assuming they have no Serpent's Fang. But if they have Serpent's Fang, an alternative would be going for the Randuins, or you could even go for the Spirit Visage if they are more AP heavy oriented. Going to the runes, the first rune that I go for is Conquer. This is gonna be your bread and butter rune, very easy to stack, and Irelia benefits a lot from this rune. After this, I would usually go with the Triumph because Irelia heavily relies on getting the resets, and when you're able to get a kill, not only will you get HP back from your Death's Dance, you would also restore health from the Triumph. This also increases your damage when executing low target opponents. An alternative for this would be Vampirism. This is also a good rune if you want to be more sustained focused, but I want to focus more on the damage, and that's why I go for Triumph. Third rune that I would go for is Hunter Titan. Not only does this provide HP for Irelia, it also reduces the length of crowd controls that she gets. Last rune that I would go for is Pathfinder, providing her with more movement speed, allowing her to rotate around the map a lot easier and quicker. Also provides her HP and mana regen when out of combat. An alternative rune would be Hunter Genius. If you would want to focus more on team fights, then this should be the rune for you. But I'd go for the Pathfinder because I'm more focused on roaming around the map. So that is it for Irelia's items and runes, and I will see you guys in game. Going to the game, I'm going to be showing you how to play Irelia jungle effectively. And in this matchup, we're currently up against Lee Sin. In an Irelia vs Lee Sin, this is favorable towards the Lee Sin player in the early to mid stages of the game, but once we get to the late game, this would favor us since we have the stronger scaling potential. So what we want to do is try to play defensive and to be able to farm as much as possible while lowering Lee Sin's impact throughout the game. In order to lower Lee Sin's impact, what we need to do is to be able to warn our teammates for any potential ganks or be able to counter gank the Lee Sin. The clear that I'm doing here is the red side clear, where I go for my Krugs, Red Raptors, and Flex, depending on what would happen around the map. Rule number 1 when playing Irelia jungle is that you always would want to stack your passive in order to get full stacks. Because once you're able to get full stacks, not only will you get faster attack speed, you will also get additional on-hit damage, which would help your clear overall. And another tip is to always auto-attack in between spells. If you saw what I did on the red buff, I used my third skill, auto-attack, first skill, auto-attack, and then first skill again. The reason why I use my first skill twice is because Irelia's third skill has a really long cooldown, allowing you to be able to use your first skill before Irelia's third skill goes off cooldown. Going for the Raptors, I still have 4 stacks, allowing my clear to become faster than usual, and Irelia's clear overall is quite average as compared to other junglers. Thanks to my ward, I saw that Lee Sin is going top side, so I immediately ping my team that he's going there and immediately go for a counter gank. Third skill, even though Lee Sin is able to dodge it, I finish him off with my second plus first skill, burst. Riven has priority, forces Zeri's flash, and that's a huge win for us. Looking at the minimap, I see that Corki is overextended, trying to kill the Vayne, so we go and catch him off guard. Third skill, right after the condemn, and we go and secure the kill. So this is how or this is what I was saying earlier on how we're able to farm as well as deny Lee Sin from having a good early game. Thanks to the control ward, we're able to deny any possible ganks that Lee Sin is able to do. And the reason why I'm staying here is that I know that Zeri has no flash from earlier, and as soon as Karma's snare hits, I follow up with my third skill, and we're able to get another kill. So this is a really great start for us. Not only are we able to deny Lee Sin from having a good early game, we're also able to get some gold. I accidentally pressed the flash instead of smite, but it's okay since we're able to get a really good early game. Akali does a good job surviving the 2v1 as well as taking down their jungler again. And this will give me free reign to be able to farm my camps and not worry about my teammates getting ganked by Lee Sin anytime soon. Once I reach level 5, I ping top side again for another potential gank because I know that both of them have no flash. So once I'm able to tag with my ulti or third skill, I know that we would be able to burst them down. My teammates does a great job of trying to hold the wave. I think Karma should have let the wave push a bit more, but this would do once my skill is hits. I see that Karma ulti. Sona goes for a counter ult. We miss our ulti because of the condemn, but we're able to get the kill overall. Even though Zeri has no flash, I would not be able to chase her down because she is too close to the tower. Plus, I haven't gotten my items yet. So I'll take the 1-for-1 trade. Even though our Karma got bursted, it should be fine because we're able to get our items a lot faster. Irelia is very snowball dependent wherein she needs to have a good early game in order to get her rolling. Because if Irelia doesn't have a good early game, she's pretty squishy and she would not be able to do much when it comes to the team fights. So she's very reliant on getting her items so that she would be placed in a position to carry the game. And while clearing the camps, I'm looking for any possible ganks where I could go for, and you would always want to use your first skill to last hit the camps as well so that it would reset, making your clear a lot cleaner. This is Irelia's basic combo. If you saw what I did on the Krugs, is third skill, first skill, auto attack, second skill, first skill, and that would grant me 4 stacks, making me clear the camps a lot faster. With the objective spawning, this is perfect timing. I'm able to buy my Triforce plus boots, and this would give me a lot of confidence, especially with the state of the game, wherein we could win the first dragon. As soon as I see Lee Sin at the top side, I know that they're not going for the trade, and this would be an opportunity for us to be able to wipe them out. Even though Corki has package, I see that Lee Sin tries to start the dragon. Even though they have a bit of a strong early game, we're quite fed because of the early kills. So what I'm doing here is I'm trying to bait a fight. Corki goes in with the package. I look at the dragon, try to burst down the Sona. Lee Sin gets a great kick. We're not able to secure the dragon, but we're still able to win the team fight. And for me, this is worth it because I'm able to get a triple kill plus a possible tower and Rift Herald as well. 4 kills for dragon is not bad. Unfortunate that we're not able to get the dragon, but Akali was able to steal the Rift Herald, which is very good. And as soon as I see Renekton, I spam my first kill because I know that he has the enhanced recall. Akali summons the Rift Herald bot side. She knows that their Baron lane is still dead, but Lee Sin is able to come and help, cancels the blue buff. I look for an angle to be able to take down the Lee Sin, since there's still a cannon creep. Try to take him down with my third skill, unfortunately it doesn't hit. Tags me with the first skill. I thought Raven was gonna go bot, that's why I used my ulti and played it a bit greedy. Lee Sin takes down the Akali. I'm not able to hit my third skill, and that was a bit greedy for me. We get punished for it, giving Renekton 1k gold shutdown, which is not the best thing that you would want to happen. This gives them an angle to take plates as well, but looking at the top side, most likely we would be able to get the first tower thanks to the Vayne. Everything is not yet even though we're still quite ahead in the game right now. Corky and Sona are trying to take mid, but I see that Renekton and Nakali are fighting each other. Tag him with the third skill, first skill, get the kill. Unfortunately, they're able to get our mid tower, but it's okay because I'm still quite fed and currently very ahead in the game. Akali is trying to push bot. Without the Renekton, she might be able to get the tower bot side. Lee Sin is covering mid as well. So after finishing the Raptor camps, I go and help my team take the tower. I don't think they needed my help anymore, so I just go proceed and take their blue buff. Lee Sin tries to get the blue for himself, gets out of position. I miss my ultimate, but it still hits the Sona, so we go for the Sona instead. Position myself into taking her down, get another kill, and this is Irelia's strength, especially if you're able to get a good early game. But if you see, what happens in the team fights is that I get chunked pretty easily, even though I have my armor boots and I'm quite fed in the game. That's why it's very important for her to be able to get Death's Dance second item so that I would be more sustainable in the team fights. Death's Dance has a really good synergy with Triumph, wherein if you're able to get a kill, your HP would restore pretty much, and your first skill will reset as well if you're able to use it properly. What I'm doing here right now is I'm just clearing my camp since Irelia still only gets stronger when we get to the later stages of game. Even though we're getting a lot of good ganks, we should not forget to farm our own camps. Akali goes for the Corki, gets him pretty low, forces the kill, gets the kill, so I try and help my teammate, open up with the ultimate, plus third skill, get the double stun, and we get 3 procs off our first skill. Renekton comes to help. I use my third skill, wait for the Lee Sin to come and try to get a 2-man stun, but only Renekton flashes in, so we go and secure the kill. Another tip about Irelia is that you need to know how to use her third skill. I always use it manually because the automatic cast of her third skill is very inaccurate, and more likely than not, you would always miss it. So you need to practice using her third skill so that you would be able to master Irelia in a much in a much better manner. I used a respect flash because I thought that Lee Sin would kick me back, just to play it a bit safe, especially with the objective spawning. I do not want to get taken down. Red buff is up, and with dragon spawning in 20 seconds, I just want to clear this camp, give it to the Vayne, and then probably prepare myself for the objective. With Lee Sin's positioning, I know that they wouldn't start it as soon as it spawns, so this gives me time to be able to farm my item, and really good timing. 10k, we're able to get 3 items, 10 minutes rather, plus we are currently on a 1k GPM with this champion. Looking at the stage of the map, I see that Renekton wants to give the dragon since he's not in position to go for a contest. What I want to do here is try to secure the kill or prevent Lee Sin from getting another possible steal because Irelia's burst damage is not that strong when securing objectives. We get another skill, stun into the Sona, and this is when Irelia gets pretty tanky. As you could see, even though I got damage to 3/4 HP, I'm easily able to get it back due to the Triumph plus Death's Dance proc. With the dragon spawning, I try to start it, but I know that Lee Sin is coming for the contest. I catch the Q so that it would lower Lee Sin's execute damage. Missed my ultimate, but in the end, we're still able to secure the dragon. Lee Sin randomly TPs on the outside of the bush. We go for the punish and get another kill. So far, so good. What we want to do here is to finish the game as soon as possible so that the opponents would not be able to go for any kind of comeback. With the jungler gone, I'm taking all of his camps, blue buff, and then wolves, and then gromp once it spawns. So as a jungler, you'd want to punish the opposing jungler as much as possible. especially if you're ahead, by taking their camps. Because if Lee Sin doesn't have any camps, then he has no choice but to steal creeps from the laners, in turn would make the laners delayed as well when getting their items. That is why it's very important to always try to invade the opposing jungler, especially when you're ahead. Looking at the timer, we already have Chain Vest, 13k gold at 12 minutes. We're ahead of schedule and we're placed in a position to basically carry the game. My teammates are not behind as well. Even though we're getting a lot of gold, my teammates are also quite ahead in the game. We're placed in a position wherein we could close out the game once we're able to get Baron. And speaking of Barons, gonna spawn in 5 seconds. But what I do here is I try and help my teammate, which is the Riven, who is placed out of position. Open up with the ultimate, third skill, so that I could proc my first skill twice. My teammate comes for the rescue. I have Death's Dance, use my stasis to buy time, and try to lifesteal my HP back up. Look for the Lee Sin, but he's a bit fast, so I would try to catch him, but in the end, I decide not to because he has Ghost Blade and a lot of survivability skills. Looking at the minimap, there's another fight happening topside. Sona and Corki are being a bit greedy. I flash and try to tag him with the third skill, but Corki is quite fast with Sona's damage. Lee Sin goes for the perfect timing. I'm able to hit Corki with my third skill. Karma gets a great stun as well. So what I do here is I try to chase the Sona down, but as soon as I see the Renekton Zeri, I have to play it a bit safe. I want to kill the Sona so I would get the HP back. And look at my HP regen with the Triumph plus Death's Dance. We could have bought in the Penta if Vayne didn't kill steal the Renekton, but this would end in the opponent surrendering. And this is the perfect game to showcase Irelia's power, especially if we're able to get a good early game. Looking at the stats, 99.29% on Grandmaster. We get MVP plus a Quadra kill, 15, 1, and 6, most damage dealt, as well as most damage taken. And I hope you guys enjoyed our Irelia jungle tutorial. And I will see you guys next time. Peace out. Ciao, ciao.